All right, in this video, we're going to take the scanned worksheet that I did, and we are going to add simple text boxes. So I'm going to open Adobe, and you're going to need Adobe Acrobat Premium license for that. So if you don't, talk to the tech department so they can get you hooked up. I'm going to open where I know I save all my scans, which is always in a folder called scans. And right now I am working on Wit and Wisdom grade 5, module 3. You can see that I have different modules already done. Oops. So it's going to open up. So at this point, it is just an image. You can see I'm clicking. It doesn't recognize any text. I can't highlight. So translating is not an option. Making the computer read the text, not an option. I'm going to go to Tools. And the step that you're going to repeatedly do when you're making a worksheet that was paper into AEM accessible is going to prepare form. The document's already loaded up, so all we gotta do is hit start. Oops. And you can see Adobe guessed where text boxes should go because it recognized that's a table. I find that is helpful, but I often have to edit because the text boxes right now, they are able to be clicked in. However, it's just one line. So we need to make them so this is wrappable so that when students type, it can do multiple lines, not just one single line in the middle that you can't see all the words. So I'm going to actually get rid of these by clicking and hitting delete because I don't want the guessed text in the middle. I'm going to go to this T. I'm going to hit exactly where I want the text box. Bloops. I'm going to make it the size I want. And I'm just going to do that until all the areas where I need students to be able to type are filled in. So give me a minute to do this. All right, almost done on this step. Make this text box a little bit bigger. There we go. I try and be efficient, but also get this done as fast as I can. All right, there we go. There is the one page. I clicked on the page and it sensed that I clicked somewhere on the page. So what just happened was it went through the document and it found out where the text is. So now instead of it just being a static image, I can edit these words. So we will dive more into that in a minute. But for right now, I want to finish my text boxes where students can type in. And I want to press Control and just click on everything because the way that it is right now, it's going to be one line in the middle of the box, but students can't do multiple lines that are visible. So once they type and that whole middle of the box is filled in, well, it's going to keep adding characters, but you can't see them. So they're all highlighted, and I'm going to right click over here. Oops. And I'm going to hit properties. Alrighty. So at this point, I want to go to options, multi-line. There we go. So now they are all multi-line boxes. Just so you can see the difference, I'm going to take the first box and I'm going to change it so it's not just multi-line. Go to properties again, and I'm going to create that one just regular, and we'll just look what the difference is. So if I were were a student typing here and I had a longer thought, it would just keep going in the middle. All right, bloops, you can see that it runs off. I'm gonna take that whole thing and just copy and paste real fast. And you can see that if I were to write a longer thought, it's going to do the multi-lines because that's what I selected, multi-line. So I'm going to go back into edit mode. Whoops, I gotta get rid of the text I added. All right, bloops, backspace, backspace. All right, get rid of everything I just wrote. Oops. All right, then going back into edit mode. And I'm going to make sure that text box 1 gets back into multi-line because you can see that's super important. That is the basics of how to add text boxes and what they mean. I'm going to be a little bit extra and move this whole section over and in just a little bit. And my reasoning for that is I like to make it so that the students can type their name on the documents. So I'm going to, oops, go back. There we go. I need to get a little bit more so I can get that first line. There we go. I'm going to click and highlight this entire thing. I'm going to rotate it as straight as I can. All right, and then I'm going to move it over here. All right, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to shorten up my line. What that's going to allow me to do is click another text box and add it right there, just so that the students are able to type in their name, making sure that they take ownership of their work. And I always do the same thing on the date as well. Alrighty, and those don't need to be like highlighted and then properties multi-line because it's not a multi-line of text. It's literally just one line of text, so no big deal on that. So at this point, the worksheet is ready for student use. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go Save. I'm going to make sure I save it in my document, and that's the exact name of the worksheet I'm working on, so I'm just going to override it and replace it with the better worksheet that's now student usable. Alrighty, so that is how to create a scanned worksheet and